is Elon exposed through the Twitter files. They weren't just engaging in banning, folks like you or Trump and many others. They were shadow banning, which is more nefarious because you're not telling anybody what you're doing. You're actually throttling the distribution of people you don't like, who you've decided are politically unacceptable. And so what that does is it not only does it limit the right of people to speak, it limits the right of the public to hear them. And it produces a phony manufactured consensus, because it looks like when you go to Twitter that a certain person, certain point of view has much more support than in fact it actually does. And I think that one of the really powerful things that might come out of all of this is that, and you saw this now, not just with the lifting of the shadow banning, but also the removal of the bots. In the last few days, Elon has declared war on the bots, as he said he would. And he's removed, I don't know, thousands or even millions of bot accounts. By the way, it was easy. The old Twitter management never even tried. But he's gotten rid of the bots. And so what you're seeing now is a change in the perception of what is sort of socially accepted on Twitter. And you're actually seeing a change in, again, in the activity. That the gaming of the system basically has been removed. The thumb on the scale has been removed. And we're starting to get a much truer sense of societal opinion on an issue. And in any event, all of that is deeply threatening to the people who have power over narrative control. It's the New York Times, it's the MSNBC, it's the folks who traditionally have had the power to decide, what is virtuous, what is not. When people use the term virtue signaling, it's sort of the question is, who are you signaling to? Who decides what virtue is? It's all of these approved institutions, the so-called mainstream media, who've been defining the narrative. And now that may be threatened in the way that social media originally promised, 20 years ago, but never actually lived up to, because social media was basically captured. Mm-hmm. And it was captured by the executives of these companies who, again, were using it to put their thumb on the scale and indulge their own personal political preferences.